to the foxes that you guys are. Thank you so much for doing this, Vedant. Akash, do you want to like say anything before we sign off and end this?
End this pain.
All right, everyone, welcome back to Menace and the Monk. Didi is first time doing this in my ghar, my dungeon over here, and we got Vedant, and we have Akash, who are part of Leicester City Supporters Club in India. Gents, thank you so much for being part of Menace and the Monk. This is the Brendan Rodgers derby. We are previewing the league game that is Leicester City versus Liverpool. Vedant, let's start off with you, man. How has life been for you as a Leicester City supporter under Brendan Rodgers?
I think the life has been very underrated because we all know that Leicester City does not get the media coverage as much as Big Six does. So obviously, when we were pushing last 2 seasons for those 4 elite spots, it's in Brendan Rodgers' gene, right? Even you guys know that he's a bottler. Let's all agree on this. I am a Leicester City supporter, and Leicester City always had that image that we never bottle. Even our club symbol says that Foxes never quit, and when we did that, when we achieved that amazing glory, winning 2015-16 season, and then you do not associate Leicester City with bottling, but then comes Brendan Rodgers, and then 2 seasons in a row you bottle top 4 lead. So Brendan Rodgers is a top manager, and I am going to say a very controversial thing that I think he's a better manager for Leicester City than Claudio Ranieri, right? Because I think he has given us that consistency. Because Claudio Ranieri was 1 season, okay, and then next season he got sacked. But Brendan Rodgers has given that platform to us. He has attracted so many big names. You never imagined as a Leicester City supporter that Boubakary Soumare, a French league winner, he was the best midfielder last season, he would come to Leicester City. Yeah. You would always be associated with names from Championship, right? So if that is all due to Brendan Rodgers, Patson Daka, Boubakary Soumare, so he has given that clinical edge to us.
Akash, like he said very passionately, but 2 sides of the coin. Like, he's a good manager, he attracts good names, he's won titles with Celtic, but he's won the FA Cup with you guys as well. What do you think of Brendan Rodgers? Uske baad Nidhi ke baare mein, Nidhi, what he feels about Brendan Rodgers is going to be entertaining. But what do you think, brother?
I think at this point he's digging his own grave. He has bottled it in the past 2 seasons, and I was very optimistic that third time is going to be the charm. But unfortunately, Vedant has helped me to see the pragmatic side of the game because right now, as we are performing, I have turned into a nihilist. And I don't see this team developing in any shape or form, even with the players that are out. If they make a comeback, how much push are you going to give to the team, which is already struggling, is at 10th? And that 10th is a very controversial one because we were co-dependent on the other results and they panned and materialized in our way. So right now, and Brendan Rodgers is not doing himself any favor of because he has said that we have overachieved, which has agitated the fans throughout, because we think we deserve those trophies that we gathered ourselves, and to call it overachieved is something like hitting below the belt to the fan base. Yeah. So I'm just not too satisfied and content with whatever Brendan Rodgers is doing. The last game against Manchester City, a very controversial lineup. You simply don't play a player like Mark Albrighton at the right back position when you have Timothy Castagne in. You have young players which you can call up. So it's a mixed bag right now. I don't think he can bounce us back. A top half finish would be ideal in the table, considering the cutthroat competition that we are in the middle of this Premier League season. But let's just hope for the best.
Nidhi, I mean, do you feel their pain about Brendan?
100%. Yeah. See, let me start off by saying this, and I know I Twitter पे मैं मजाक करता हूँ. Brendan Rodgers is a very talented manager. Let me put that out in front. But the problem with that guy is he's a magician who believes his own tricks, right? That's the problem with him. So, for example, recent one, you mentioned about Mark Albrighton starting at right back. First half disaster. When did Leicester come back into the game? When Timothy Castagne, started playing in the team, right? The problem is that you have something, and that guy is so over himself in his own head that he screws things up, right? I can go on a rant and it will be sure entertaining, but the point is that with Brendan Rodgers, it's like driving a car. It's like driving a Maruti at 150 kilometers per hour. It's not going to work out, right? Just slow down, take a step back, decide.
That is very true, because ऐसे एक example अभी क्या कि Leicester City इस season के अंदर highest amount of हमने goals concede किए from corners. So अभी पिछले 2 season से ये चल रहा है. Last season हम Champions League इसलिए नहीं पहुंच पाए because we conceded in the last minute from Tottenham, right? Not in the last minute, in the middle of the second half, but again from a corner. And वो इंसान drop ही नहीं कर रहा है zonal marking को. वो जोनल मार्किंग 2 सीजन से खिलाई ही जा रहा है और हमने कम से कम 30-35 पॉइंट खा लिए.
It's my way or the highway. He's one of those people.
Yeah.
But you need to be a Pep, you need to be a Klopp or Conte or Mourinho to stick to those beliefs, But I think he feels he is that good.
True.
He is a good manager, but he feels that he is that level, But anyway, enough of Brendan Rodgers. Let's get into the League Cup game which took place at Anfield just a few days back. Akash, it was a really entertaining, brother. Like as a neutral, as a neutral, you would have enjoyed it, but as a Leicester fan, what were your emotions?
So let me start off by telling this, and I have a confession to make, that I have dozed off in the middle of the game in 4 matches in my life. The first one was PSG Barcelona second leg, because I didn't expect the team to do a comeback. The second one was now that was the luckiest one. The second one was Liverpool, then Roma. Everything went to shambles. The final one was this one. I thought we have a lead, we have a stable lead. Jurgen Klopp, as expected, he's not bringing his A team into the game. We have a stable lead. Nothing can go wrong in this one. So let me have a good night's sleep because I am tired, and let's be happy in the morning. So I woke up. I saw Vedant text me that we lost, and the group was flooded with messages. And I thought, what's happening? Did we really lose the game? How did we lose the game? Then I had to go back and check, and it was very shocking to say the least, to put it mildly. But the only takeaway from it is we need to win at least one of the tournaments, because we are not guaranteeing ourselves with a berth in any of the European competitions. So any tournament that we are in, we need to perform and give it our best. And switching off in the middle of the pitch and making defensive errors has been a prolonged issue, recurring issue that we have been crying all around about. And it doesn't help, Morton did a foul which is very controversial. I'm not
it was 100%.
I'm not even angry on whether it's red or not. I'm just discontent that Ricardo Pereira is going to miss again a set number of games. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks, which really hampers the momentum. You don't have a defense to put in there against big teams, and we have every game feels like a tough test. Every team feels like a Manchester City, the Manchester United, or Liverpool. A team shouldn't be doing this. Every game shouldn't be a stress walk. You need to relax. You need to enjoy football, and that has not been the case at our camp. The dropping out of the EFL Cup is a hurtful thing to take. The way we lost it, I think in the penalty we could have done some sort of changes, because you don't see Luke Thomas and Ryan Bertrand taking those last 2 kicks. Very, very unusual.
Why didn't Vardy in the shootout?
Yeah, he was kept out of the shootout, and that is just mind blowing, because he scored 2 goals.
Groin, acha, okay.
Yeah, he had a
And one more question. So after the game, Brendan Rodgers said that we had somebody playing at NDD playing at centre back, and we took Liverpool to the death. But you had Vestergaard on the bench.
Oh no, that was a good decision. Vestergaard. I don't have any reference to compare him.
I know, but he's a centre back, so square peg in square holes. I mean,
But I mean, okay, but I mean, Vedant, I'll come from a Liverpool point of view. We made 10 changes for that game. We didn't have Allison, Trent, Robbo, Thiago, Fabinho, Salah, Mane. We like they were not there. Still, we won the game. Okay, and the spirit that we showed in that game, I was just so proud because I was like, कि भाई ये team के DNA में है to fight, 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 fight. 95th minute equalizer. I was just over the moon with that performance. You know, it's the League Cup. We don't prioritize it that much as Liverpool as a club, but I was just so proud of what we did. Vedant, what did you feel when you lost? I don't mean to be a dick over here, but what did you feel like when you lost to that Liverpool team, which made so
That just defines our season. This is the type of the season we have had, you know. And again, this defines Brendan Rodgers too, because what Akash said, that giving penalty to Ryan Bertrand and
Yeah.
Luke Thomas. He's just a 19-year-old kid, man. It's been only 2 seasons that he's been playing professional football.
Right.
I mean, how can you give Luke Thomas when you have Ndidi? Even Ndidi was there, Sumare was there. You could have given it to Sumare. I know the managers say that they regularly take these penalties in at the training ground, so they are, you know, they know how to take it, and probably Luke Thomas is a better penalty taker. But you know, in these situations, it is not about who's a better penalty taker. A 19-year-old, it's never going to, you know, no one is going to blame that Luke Thomas missed it. It's always going to come down to Brendan Rodgers, that why did he give it to Luke Thomas? So even when you said about Westergaard, see, it is a very unlike Leicester signing. You know, it is not a Leicester signing. Yannick Westergaard, we all know. I mean, even you guys are Liverpool supporters, but you know how good Leicester City scouting is.
Yeah.
We are known for getting very, very good players. And Yannick Westergaard is a proper Brendan Rodgers signing. I mean, Brendan Rodgers is known to.
I love Vedant how you are going at it at Brendan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because-
I thought I was his biggest critic.
No, I'm not his. Yeah, I am his critic. But see, you must have heard about Lee Congerton, right? He's basically the guy who scouts for Brendan Rodgers. He was
Okay.
with him at Celtic too, and then he came to Leicester City, and he has a very poor image of scouting. And gladly, I should say that now he has gone to Atlanta. He was the reason that Yannick Westergaard and Ryan Bertrand were bought, and that's the half of back line against whom we scored 9 goals against Southampton, and we bought 2 of those defenders. I mean, it's very unlike Leicester City. We don't buy such players, but it's that, you know, third year syndrome, like we say with Jose Mourinho. That is something which is happening with Brendan Rodgers, and the signings are also the signings and the injuries are not helping him.
Okay. Let's move on to the game now that is taking place tonight. Nidhi, we have
Yeah.
all our players back, apart from Origi. How are you feeling about this? So, for the Leicester fans who will be watching, Nidhi, can you tell who all were out because of COVID?
Right. So we had Van Dijk out, we had Fabinho, Robbo is of course even now he's out because of suspension.
Thiago,
Thiago was out because of COVID.
Curtis Jones.
We had Curtis Jones out because of COVID. Henderson was out because of injury. Being ill. We had loads of issues, right? Firmino just came back from an injury and everything. So it was like our team was like really in tatters. Like we played Tyler Morton against Spurs away,
Yeah.
number 6 position. I think it's a bit of a last time when we played Leicester away, we had a lot of our team out. Right,
Yeah.
we had almost nobody, and now Leicester seems to be in that kind of a position.
Yeah.
So it's like, Akash, I'll come to you, man. Like, who's available? Who do you want to see in this game?
Who do you want to see? I think the front line, there should be no doubts because Patson Daka is out. Vardy is a hit and miss. He can score, but the age is taking a toll on his prowess. And thus, I think the triad. Yeah?
Is Vardy fully fit?
Vardy is never fully fit. He just needs to drink Red Bull and get on with it. I think, you know, the tried and tested product has been Kelechi Iheanacho, who has been getting cold shoulder treatments all the time from Brendan Rodgers until there is an absolute necessity. He doesn't get the chances. But if you look at his statistics, it's just astonishing. The player that we didn't want to play for us before 2 seasons is now the leading goal scorer, leading assist providers in our camp, and I think that's a fabulous and remarkable thing.
Right.
And just to point out, in the EFL Cup game, the way Liverpool performed, all those youngsters with the amount of tenacity, was just because they want to earn their respect. They want to rise the ranks in the eyes of Jurgen Klopp. That whenever a player is injured, you straight away think of that particular youngster, and that has been missing in our squad because there is not enough squad rotation in appropriate places. You just make shifts, like when a centre back goes missing, you put entity back who is already a starter, and you tingle in that way. So I think it's a very inspiring thing for Kelechi Iheanacho to try every time that he gets a limited opportunity to showcase his case, because against Manchester City he scored one, provided 2 assists, and which goes under the radar. So I think he should be always an option to think about while conjuring up your starting lineup. The defense, I can't say who will turn up in the defense, but I think Vedant will agree with me on this one that any goalkeeper apart from Kasper Schmeichel now deserves the chance.
Really?
It has been atrocious.
Yeah, Casper, again, that's what I'm trying to say, right? Leicester City does not get the media coverage. That's why you are saying really, because if Sky Sports would have covered Kasper Schmeichel's last 10 to 15 games, he has been horrendous. I mean, Kasper Schmeichel gave a statement. I mean, he's considered a club legend. He said that I am now at a stage of my career that I want to play for a Champions League club. I mean, we consider you as a club legend. You just cannot say that blatantly in front of the media. Okay, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be ambitious. Obviously, if you want to play, you can go, but you shouldn't be saying this in front of the media. How are the supporters going to feel? And then it is okay that if he feels like that and he's performing brilliantly in the field, he's been absolutely shit. And we want Danny Ward to start. And I don't know. I mean, you guys must have seen that Kasper Schmeichel didn't even save one single penalty in that penalty shootout against Liverpool too. And it's been, I think, around Akash 1.5 years that Kasper Schmeichel has saved a penalty. It's been, I think, almost 1.5 years.
See, who cares? His own father says that Aaron Ramsdale is the template of a goalkeeper that should exist in the Premier League. His own father is in the same game that his son is playing. He is praising the other side's goalkeeper. That says a lot about Kasper Schmeichel not getting out of his comfort zone.
Yeah, and see, Leicester City conceding so many goals from set pieces. Kasper Schmeichel is the sole reason for that, because he is so static. He does not want to come out to catch the ball. He is always there standing on the goal line. And so many goals could be prevented if he just comes out and if he just bothers to come out and catch the ball, because he's so hesitant. He just does not want to come out. And even his distribution is so bad from last one season.
I'm so sorry. Is Soyuncu available as well, or is he injured?
No, I think he's done his hamstring.
Okay, wow. So Nithi, I mean, Leicester overdose हो रहा है हमारे लिए, and but Nithi, considering what they are saying, what will be your lineup for the day?
My lineup for Liverpool,
of course,
simple: Alisson, Trent, Van Dijk, Matip, Tsimikas, Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson, Salah, Mane, Firmino.
That's a full strength.
Yeah, we have to play
after a long
except
time.
Robo.
Except Robo. After a long time, I think Liverpool has, I mean, not comparing with the problems that you guys are going through at all, but we've had the last 2 seasons have been such that 2-3 injuries to har jagah, like important injuries, right? Last season to matlab was like, it was remarkable how we finished third. I really don't know, but we did.
जब you guys came to play us 3-1 से हारे थे आप लोग King Park, तब आपकी बहुत मतलब bare bones पे थे आप, absolutely.
Like Kabak and Fabinho were playing centre backs, I think, and like it was.
Kabak ने blunder भी किया था वो Alisson के साथ आकर.
Exactly. So like it has now changed to a point where I feel very, very confident, Nidhi, heading into this game. Unfortunately for Leicester's sake, they played 2 days back as well against Manchester City, so we are well rested. I mean, anything other than 3 points will be a disaster for us because they are, like they said, top half finish, probably European place. City at the moment, they are 6 points ahead of us. They played a game more. This is a must win for us.
100%. I mean, we had our last game as a draw against Tottenham. We have to win this game. There is just no way we can afford anything other than a victory. We have to win this if we are to be in the, and AFCON starting soon and everything. We have to be, in the mix.
So, guys, we'll end this in the next few minutes. Your predictions. What do you think is going to be the key in this game for you guys? Akash, starting with you. If you have to get maximum points here, how optimistic are you? Who is going to be the key for you? Who do you have to stop?
I think James Maddison is always going to be the key because he has been performing brilliantly and his confidence is at an all-time high. He recently became a dad. I think that imposed a lot of sensibility and maturity into him.
I guess it worked out for him that way as well, but no.
So I think we'll attack. We'll definitely not. Let's not say definitely. Anything can happen with Leicester. But yeah, I think we'll score at least 1 goal, and I think victory is impending for you. You'll have the victory. And I just want to say, how do you manage to crack Southampton signings? Because we have had a bust at it. So please help us behind the scenes to,
Trade secret.
Secret ये है कि don't let Brendan Rodgers deal with signings, bro. That is the secret. Because having a talk the other day, Akash, like Roberto Firmino, who is he's the system of our team. Brendan Rodgers was offered Roberto Firmino by a committee. He said the only way I will sign him is if you let me sign Christian Benteke. So the point was, Roberto Firmino was he didn't want to sign him. He said the only way I'll sign him is अगर तुम मेरे को Benteke भी दोगे. So anyway,
so many. I mean, Henderson, he wanted to sell for Clint Dempsey.
Yeah.
It's like the stories will never end.
Yeah, he wanted to sell Henderson to Fulham for Clint Dempsey. Like,
एक सिर्फ प्लेयर जो ब्रेंडन रॉजर्स ने सही स्काउट किया वो शायद फिलिप कोटिन्यो है. उसके अलावा उसकी कोई
it was Rafa Benitez recommendation. He had
नहीं, बट बताऊं क्या, जब ये चेल्सी में था ना ब्रेंडन रॉजर्स, मतलब असिस्टेंट था मोरिनियो का, अब ये इंटर मिलान स्काउट कर रहा था इसको फिलिप कोटिन्यो का.
रॉजर्स हमारा मैनेजर था, बट राफा वाज द मैनेजर ऑफ इंटर. ओके, और उसने बोला कि भाई he did agent Rafa thing, to be honest. I will not give credit to Brendan Rodgers over there. I will not give. It's too much credit to give Brendan Rodgers, bro. But Vedant, the same question that I went to Akash for, key players.
See, I think it is very obvious that Liverpool is going to win, but only one thing, that comes to my mind is Leicester City always performs when, when people assume that it is very obvious that Leicester is going to lose. And in that particular matches, Jamie Vardy always steps up. So
that's true.
Even who can turn this match, that's Jamie Vardy. I am, if Leicester wins or even if we get a draw, I think Jamie Vardy is going to have a cracker off again.
Nidhi, I know you don't do predictions, but
right.
How do you see this?
No, I don't see this being as straightforward as a lot of people think. And the reason for that is because we don't do straightforward. That is about us, Liverpool. Second, Leicester, right now, they are at a point where they need to hit back.
Yeah.
They almost did against Manchester City, but then Brendan Rodgers happened. But
zonal marking happened in the corner. Yeah.
No, he even subbed Tielemans after doing 4-3, and he brought on Hamza Chaudhary.
So, but I think that we will want to make a statement as well, because we drew against Spurs, and our team was out and everything. It'll be a good game. That much I can be sure of. It'll be a good game.
Yeah, I expect us to be ruthless here.
Yeah.
Salah, Mane will be well rested for this one. Van Dijk is back, Thiago is back, Fabinho is back. We have so much riding on this. We need to be in touch with Manchester City.
Exactly.
For us, I mean, this is we are trying to go on two fronts. That is the league and Champions League. I don't think we'll win the league, because of the AFCON which is coming. We'll lose Salah, Mane, and Keita. Keita might have an injury; he might just start. So it's a very I'm really looking forward to the game because whenever Brendan Rodgers is against Liverpool, there is something about the fixture which is exciting because he ends up saying something outlandish or he ends up doing something outlandish. But let's hope we get the 3 points. And to the Foxes that you guys are, thank you so much for doing this, Vedant. Akash, do you want to like say anything before we sign off and end this?
End this pain.
वेदांत कुछ बोल रहा है भाई
भाई वो सही सही कह रहा है यार। वो हर मैच लेस्टर को देखने पे ना मतलब ऐसे डर लगता है, मतलब मजा नहीं आता, डर लगता है। और मेरे साथ तो यार ऐसा होता है कि मैं अगर हार जाती है ना तो मैं पढ़ भी नहीं सकता यार, मेरे तो एग्जाम्स और आ रहे हैं, मैं पढ़ ही नहीं पाता, मैं कंसंट्रेट नहीं कर पाता फिर।
He's a doctor.
Yeah. One day you might just become the assistant doctor at Leicester and Brendan is still working. क्या मजा आएगा भाई।
मैं इंजरी क्राइसिस तो खत्म कर दूंगा।
वो बोलेगा कि I inspired him to do MBBS.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. This was Menace in the Monk, Vedant and Akash. Thank you so much. And to the Leicester City supporters who will be watching this, if you like our content, I know you guys don't support Liverpool, but we do try to collaborate. So if you want to subscribe to the channel, it would mean the world to us because this is at the end of the day a Desi channel, Indian channel is. So help us grow. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe. And Nidhi is wearing this Virgil van Dijk t-shirt. If you want it, this is our t-shirt. Please do DM us or we'll give you a Google form and let's take it forward from there. See you guys. Take care.
Cheers,
Bye-bye.
bye.
Cheers, bye.